Hey, hello everyone. How are you? Good afternoon, traders. Good evening for my friends Max and some of them, Diane, my European friends. How are you? Hello, Oliver. Hello, Diane. Game plans. Come on. Hello, Kevin. Hey, you changed your name. You changed your name. What's up with Charleston? Hello, Acid. What's up, mate? Hello, Luke, Max, Patrick, Ready Relief. How you doing, brother? Hello, Samuel, Chandru. Hello, Kumar. Hola, Alex, Peters, Fred. Fred, congratulations. You made a nice trade. I know you were just writing one contract, but brother, that entry was crazy. Hello, Mr. Hans. Hello, Romance. It's Roman Zone or Romance One. I don't know. You're very welcome, Alex. Hello, Dave. Hello, Dipti. Hey, what's up, Paul? Dave. The other Dave. We have several Daves today. Good job, Peters. Good job. Hello, Tasnim. All right, guys. So this is the 15-minute chart. You know what? Let's go to different things. Let's go to different things. Hey, Luis, how are you? Let me show you this. Let's go here. Well, if you don't know, guys, this is my website. Just I mean, if you ever are like curious about what the performance coaching is, just take a look there. On top of the website, we have these daily charts and the Trader Mindset Mastery. If you have not seen the Trader Mindset Mastery, this is a new playlist that we have on performance coaching wisdom nuggets. So take a look. New episodes every Friday afternoon. And also we have this daily charts tab where you can come here. You can click here and it takes you to my chart. It takes you to my chart. I know there's still some confusion on how to copy the levels. I think you actually can't. But I mean, at least you have like a higher resolution, better, like a better view of charts, and you can actually play with the chart. Go to different, yeah, you can go to different time frames. So I mean, you can play with the chart with this link, so you can come to my website. This link is only on my website. This link is not on the YouTube post. And then this is exactly the same than the YouTube post. All right, this one here. This is on Trade with Neto. If you go to posts, we share our charts. That for some reason I can't open the charts here. I mean, oh, look at this. Oh, no, I still can't. For some reason, I can't open the charts. I just can like watch these preview, but it's not pretty good resolution. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. That's why we made this my website available with the charts. Look at this. If you don't want to open this link on your own trading view, you can just come here, click on the chart, and it's a higher resolution image, right? And you can see the whole chart. All right, you can see the whole chart, not just a piece as in YouTube. And well, that's it. I mean, just in case you guys are new to the channel or something, or you know, like you were distracted the past few months or weeks. Well, this is what we have. This is what we have on the website. All right. So let's talk about trading plans. Who were reading trading plans? Declan, Fred, Capital with Chris, Bits and Pieces, CL. Hello, Vanessa, Roberto. All right. Who was paying attention to the trading plans? We said no conviction on calls today, mostly looking for weakness on round numbers, 683, 684, 685. But if we break 681 clean, it's going to be a beer fest. And that's exactly what happened, right? But I want you to pay attention to this. Mostly looking for weakness on round number 683 to 685, all right? And then our targets. Okay, let's go to the chart now. Let's go to the chart. There it is. There it is. Okay. You can see the chart now, right? Guys, can you confirm if you can see the chart again? No? Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Probably a small delay. All right. So this is the chart. All right. Why I was looking weakness on 683, 684, and 685. 685, 685, 684, 683. Why I was looking weakness here? Well, they were the previous day pivots. They were the previous day lows. They were, if we go to the, to a higher time frame, we will see 685 has been a relevant key level. 683 has been another relevant key level. So that's what I was looking for. Weakness around 683, 684, and 685. All right. So what happened today? Whoops. What is this? All right. What happened today? After a big drop overnight, well, it was not overnight. After a big drop on this morning, it started pre-market high 7 in the morning. All right. I don't know what happened here. But everybody was expecting like bad data on Jolt. So, well, I mean, I think this was anticipation for the bad data, and we were just consolidating around 683, 681, previous day low, right? So we opened to the downside, and we slowly grind up all the way to 683. Right here, I was watching all these rejections here. 683, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 attempts to reclaim 682. I'm sorry, 683. After 11 attempts on reclaiming 683, and actually start rejecting this 683 key level here, and after we broke previous day low, I open my position here. Guys, do you understand why I entered here and not below? Why this was like my opportunity here after this retest on 683, and I paid for clarity. I waited for confirmation of this move, and look at this. I waited like 10 minutes, right? I waited like 10 minutes. I didn't want to jump into this trade just because we were reacting here. I needed more conviction. I needed more evidence. I needed more clarity. I needed more confluences. I needed a clearer view of this move. So I waited for the break of previous day low. I waited for for the break of previous day low. I know some of you guys took this trade like the previous candles here, maybe on this candle here, 951. That's okay. That's okay. It's just different style. I pay for clarity. And well, after this entry, all was just a ride into paradise. I want you to tell you something here. Well, I took my entry here, previous day low, and I went all the way to here. Yes, to here, 685, I'm sorry, 675.88, 675.88. I took the rest of my position here, 117%. And I took, obviously, I took partials all the way down. I took my first partials on this candle here. No, actually this is a lie. I took my first partials here on this candle here, 959 on when we touch pre-market low. Right here, it was like 30%. That was decent. That was great. And I just wanted to de-risk a little bit with good profits before the 10 a.m. candle. So we had the 10 a.m. candle. As you can see, it had some sort of reaction to the upside, but then it just started pushing lower and lower and lower. I took 1/4 my position here in this area on the break of the on the new low of the day. I took 1/4 my position on this candle here, 1014. I took 15% my position on the touch of this 675.88, and I closed my position on, I think it was on this candle here, 1039 or 1038. I closed my position here and I was like, okay, well, that's all for me. Why 675.88? Let's go to the 4 hour. Why 675.88? I mean, this is not magic. This is just awareness. Zoom out, look left. What was the next liquidity level on the 4 hour? 675.88. That was a good reading. And that's it. That's how I plan my trades. That's how I execute my trades. I don't wait my whole position all the way to my targets. I sell contracts on the way down. I de-risk on the way down. As I said, my first trim, 1/4 my position here, 30%, 30%. And then the next ones were above 70%, like 70%, 100%, 120, and 80 or 90 again here. All right. So that was my trade. That was my trade management. That was how I plan my trade. This is how I traded my plan. I'm not sure if you all guys are following me here on how I start de-risking my trade and how I plan my my targets, my target for my trade. If you have any question, right now it's the moment. I draw here a few other opportunities that I watch. I know some of you took not even this. Some of you guys, I know you took something like this, I think. Something like this. All these trades all the way to 676 was an amazing trade. And all right, well, I finished my explanation. Let me go to your questions. All right, give me 1 second. I'm scrolling up. Fred, I have my own plan and key levels. Sorry, I didn't look at the plan, but got the same. Good. Look, super clear entry. I like it. Look, guys, let me tell you a sad story. Do you remember I told you I started like a new challenge on futures? Well, today I made the dumbest mistake ever. I took this same trade here on futures, but I need practice, guys. I need practice. I click on buy instead of sell. So I had I had an ugly loss on the futures account. It's a demo account. I mean, it doesn't hurt or anything, but this is why this is why you start with demo accounts. If you still don't have, like the if you still don't have the skill, if you still don't have a strategy, if you still don't have an edge, if you still don't know how to properly work or execute with your broker, you stay on demo accounts, all right? Because you can have the dumbest mistakes, just like the one I had today. It will be this trade will be my trade to pass the challenge, but I lost everything that I did. Everything that I did Monday and Tuesday, because yesterday there was something with Tradovate, so I couldn't trade. But I already had like half the challenge. This trade will be to pass the challenge, and I made a mistake. And the ugliest thing is that I realized my mistake when it was like here, like like on the 1 minute opening range. I was like, oh my god, what's going on? I'm like 800 or 1,000 down. What's going on? It took me a while to realize what was happening. So yeah, my mistake. I'm still learning how to create my order and have the like the automatic stop loss and take profits. Rookie mistake. Well, that's it. I'm learning. Right, I'm learning. All right. But on options, I totally own the break retest boom. So, all right, Dave, super clear, took the exact same entry. Congratulations there. Where was the breakup structure of this trade? There's no breakup structure. There's a retest on the 15-minute chart. Yeah, that's what I was explaining, Declan. This was like a retest of this key level, this area here. My plan was looking for weakness here. So I actually waited for it's not the breakup structure right here on the previous day low, but it was building momentum to the downside. So I decided to open my position here instead of waiting for this low, right? Instead of waiting for this low. It might be a little bit of anticipation, but I was already paying for clarity after waiting all the other candles, right? So let's say it was like a higher time frame kind of play. Aniket, hi Neto, I usually only mark pre-market high and low level, but that 683 level from pre-market was so well respected. Looking at that many rejection, I wanted to see where is the level coming from. Took puts there. Well, I already show it's a previous day low, and like it was a huge key level from days ago. Stop loss was high of the day. That was good. That was good. And TO, what's TO? TO target was low of the day. Well, that was an amazing trade, right? Like, any entry you took like here or here to low of the day, it was at least like 50-60%. And that was something really weird today, guys. That was something really weird today. As you can see here, it was 681.76. I took 681 puts. This was not a mistake. This was not a mistake. I was like I was looking for weakness right here on 683. So I was thinking, well, when it was in 682 something, I'm gonna take my trade, but it happened, to break this 682 key level. So I took 681, but my idea is always taking the one strike out of the money. All right. But can you see the price? $2.77. When this is usually, well, yesterday was 181. But look at this. Look at this. Tuesday, same thing. One strike out of the money, 64 cents. And today, what happened today? $2.77. So, and this is actually something nice to comment. I took the same trade size. I just took like way less contracts, right? I took way less contracts, but I took the exact same size in dollar amount. Why? Well, that's something I have explained several times in the past, but it's for because I want to be familiar with my numbers. I want to be familiar with my stop loss. I want to be familiar when I'm taking profits with the numbers when I'm taking profits. I want to be familiar with everything, right? So that's why I took the same trade size with less contracts, right? So that's something that I always recommend, guys. Stick to the same dollar amount. Don't try to do like, okay, well, I'm gonna do 10 contracts all the time. Tuesday it will be $600, but today it will be $2,700. All right, so that's why I always recommend stick to the dollar amount. All right. Chris, I enter puts 1002 here and sold 2 minutes later. Why 2 minutes later? I mean, 1002 and 1004 break even or what? Say how many contracts? Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, everyone trades with an amount that you are comfortable with. I usually trade with something that I'm comfortable losing 50%. I'm never comfortable going to zero, but I could be comfortable. I could be comfortable going to 50%. My stop loss is usually around 25%. But even if I have like a bigger loss, or even I have 2 losses in a row, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. All right. That's the risk I'm willing to take every day. Rafa, you took the same trade, 957, right here, 957. That was a good one. The break of the 5-minute opening range. All right. Mr. Hans, yeah, the high IV destroyed the win. Yeah, I know. I mean, this was, look at this, 681.77, and I closed right here like 676. I mean, it's like $5 and something, like a $5 drop, and it's only only 117%, right? Like sometimes $1 drop, it's like 120%. Today, $5 drop, only quote unquote 117. I'm super happy with this trade. It just, I mean, that's how Greeks work, right? Sometimes they help us, sometimes they hold us, like today. All right, Max, you took 958 break of the 5-minute. The 5-minute scale always a part of a new lows. New low here. Wow. That was a really good trade. When 4 times missed to break key level, I should have closed like this one here. Yeah, that it's still Max. That was a good trade. The contracts were very expensive. Yes, they were. What broker do you use? I use Webull, and I'm starting to test Tasty Trades. Neto, would you consider this a break and retest? I do it just like in the 15-minute chart. Is that a break and retest boom? I don't think it's a break and retest boom. I think it's more like a break and retest on the 15-minute chart. Bits and pieces. Yeah, weeks. Yeah, the one thing today, and I think that was for everyone, including me, right? Is it was so obvious. It was so obvious. Market wanting to go lower. That's why the IV was super high. And like when my plays are that obvious, it's like sometimes it make me hesitate. Like, well, it can be that it can be this easy, it can be this obvious. I mean, I'm missing something because it can be this obvious. And yeah, so those candle wicks make me too. I mean, I was afraid of these candle wicks, but well, at the end it worked. um Ready Relief, thanks for the link because I will look at this every day now. You're very welcome. Declan, when you get a lot of rejections and fail highs like you did on that first trade, does that make you more comfortable taking an immediate? Yes, exactly. Yes, because now you understand, Declan, where the sellers are sitting, right? Where the sellers are defending the key level. So yeah, so now I'm more comfortable taking an immediate retest and or just taking any drop, right? Just taking any drop. Um, Chris, I'm starting to learn to just follow your levels. They are on point. Thank you. Look, I know what you're talking about. It's weird to be clicking sell or buying here. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was a painful mistake because it's so rookie mistake. Yeah, I'm a bit ashamed. Actually, I needed to journal this because I was feeling like, oh, come on. I mean, not you, not you. Well, but yes, I mean, it happened to me. That's okay. I mean, it's a demo account. I mean, it's holding me a little bit on my goal to get a funded account. But it's okay. That's why the demo accounts are for. I'm learning, and well, we have time. Peters, you had the same mistake. Ready Relief. Oops. I know. Why do you also trade future? Well, it's kind of a Fred. It's I talked about this a few days ago. It's kind of an experiment. I want to show you guys that the break retest boom or only taking shorts actually work on funded accounts or on futures on ES. And if I get enough data to show you, then I will share my journey, my experience, and everything, because my idea will be start, like stacking funded accounts, and like make $200, $300 on each account. So if you can stack, I don't know, like 5, 10 accounts, $300, I think that's kind of easy with this strategy on futures. So that's good money, right? That's good money, and I won't be risking my own money. It's gonna be with funded accounts, so it's kind of an experiment. So if it works, great, or if it works, or whatever the result is, I'm gonna share with you. All right. Exit you took puts 959. All right. That was this candle here, the break of this 5-minute opening range. Contracts were used today. Yes. What broker for the futures demo? There is one on Webull. What, you know what? I got my funded futures. It was a recommendation from Luke. It's actually really easy to work with. The accounts are very affordable. I think I got one for $87, a 50K account for $87, and you can trade from TradingView. So I have a Tradovate platform, and it's connected to TradingView. So it's super easy. That's the thing. It's super easy. So I just wanted to give it a try. Hey, Raul, how you doing, my friend? Texas in the house. Hey, great game plan today. Can you please explain how you got the 595? 595 on QQQ. Yes, I will tell you in a second. I had a slightly different level 594.40. Small difference, but play a role in taking a put on the 5 minute. Okay, yeah. Give me 1 second. I'm going to there. Chris, you took 2 contracts. Neto, when you get a close below 949 candle, isn't that considered a break of structure? 949. 949. It's kind of still on this range here. Actually, in this range here, I don't know if that's like the break of structure. I think the break of structure is right here. This 956. 956. Tasnim, thank you. Good advice about the dollar amount. I noticed the gap when journaling my trades. Yeah, that's the thing, Tasnim. When let's say you are trading $500 each day, right? And then you have a day like today when the contracts are 5 times the usual price, right? So you take the same amount of contracts, but now instead of playing $500, you are playing $2,500. So if by any chance you start looking your P&L, it's gonna mess with your emotions. It's gonna mess with your emotions because you are used to see different numbers for your drawdown, for your stop loss, or even for your like your start when you start trimming your position, right? Let's say you wait until you are like 15% up or 20% up, and usually it's just $100, but now you are $400 up, and you are like, okay, well, I'm gonna take everything out, and it was just like like 10%, or like it was less than your usual taking profit, but the numbers, you were not familiar with the numbers, so they mess with your emotions. So that's why I recommend stick to your dollar amount. All right. Dian, only 100%, quote unquote. Only 100. Yeah, I mean this rate should be like a 400%, right? Like, but because the IV, because the Greeks, everything, it was only one, quote unquote, only 100%. Neto, could you use the 957 candle as an order block? 957 candle. 957 candle. Yes, you can. I mean, yes, you can. And I mean, I didn't draw an order block here because I already have this 681, 681.50 area, great. But yeah, I mean that's also like an order block. That's an up closing candle in a downtrend, right? And if you mark an order block on the half of the big red candle before, it will be break, retest, boom trade. Like here, this 952, or yeah, I mean it is right. Like it is like like these candle weeks, are kind of retesting this resistance, turn into support, then turn into resistance again. I mean, if you let's zoom in a little bit. Let's draw here. So let's say this is your first resistance, and then it's turned into support here. All right, because of these two candles, because of this candle here. All right, and then it's used as resistance again, right? Like something like this, and then to drop. I mean, it is, it is, it is. I mean, in terms of what we want to see, it is. It's just like, I mean, there were other factors like this resistance here, like this key level here, this previous day low here. There were other confluences, but yes, that could be a break retest boom. DM, thank you. What prop firm? The funded futures, my funded futures. Neto, your key levels are working really well. If possible, can you make a video on how to draw your key levels? Yes. Before 941. Before 941. That could be. That could be. I mean, not sure. Guys, about the key levels, I'm gonna give you a sneak peek about something I'm working with someone here in the community. If you guys like my key levels and you would like to have them all, not only SPY and QQQ, but also IWM, ES, and the Max 7, wait for the announce. Wait for the announce. I have a surprise for you, like really soon. Maybe as soon as next week. All right. Wait for that. I know key levels have been our challenge, and you like the key levels we have been sharing, and I have been very intentional drawing my key levels. Just because, I mean, I need to show you like potential plays here. So I have a surprise for you. You will be pleased. Rafa, I missed your explanation of break retest boom. What is the difference from the normal break and retest? I will explain you later, Rafa. All right, guys, let's go to QQQ. All right. This is what I'm watching on QQQ. All right. As you know, I stopped following QQQ like really closely, like SPY. However, this is the exact same thing that happened on SPY, right? This resistance was used right here. It's just, maybe it was this resistance here, right? Maybe it was this resistance here. However, this is an order block, right? This is an order block. Look, all these candles here. If you guys are trading QQQ, I will recommend, this is just a recommendation. That's how I used to do it. You do it the way it works for you, but this is the way I do it. I was always watching SPY as a confluence because QQQ most of the times follow SPY, not the other way around. I mean, I don't see SPY following QQQ. I see QQQ following SPY. So right here, this might be something very similar to our entry on SPY, right? If you were like waiting for the break of this support turn into resistance, I mean, this is support, then it's turned into resistance, and then a breakout. Well, I mean, that might work. I mean, I don't like this entry for QQQ. I might like this. Listen to this. I might like this one here. However, this is the 10 a.m. candle. This is the 10 a.m. candle, so I will never use this candle to enter my position because this is a very reactive candle, right? So what I like on QQQ, it's just this one here. This is the break displacement retest of the 1 minute opening range low below the pre-market low, below this. Let's draw it here. below this area, right? Below this area, it's below this the 1 minute, and this support from pre-market. So I really like this break, displacement, retest, and then rejection right here on the 1 minute below the pre-market low. That's a lot of conviction for me, for my place. If you were looking 595, this was a 1 to 2.25 risk reward ratio trade. That was a bit oversold at this moment. Also, I mean, after the break of 600 right here, I didn't think there was too much going lower for QQQ. So that was the play that I watched here. Now let me go see what you were looking here. Raul, 590. Okay, you were looking 595.16. 595. Oh well, 595.16. It's on the daily chart. 595.16. It's the low of this November the 24th. November the 24th. Do you see it here? 595.16. That's November 24 low. What do you think about this? Is it clear for you, Raul? All right. Rafa, the shaded acid. The shaded key levels are the most frustrating part for me, but I'm working with. Yeah, and let me tell you something about this, Rafa. The shaded, I mean, the shaded zones on the daily or the 15-minute chart, those are kind of easy, right? I mean, I understand you don't have any issue with them. The ones that people, or the ones that other traders I know they are struggling. It's like identifying support and resistance, or relevant areas of support and resistance on the pre-market and the previous day. So, but guys, I mean, there's no secret sauce here. There's no secret sauce here. I'm just using previous day pivots, and like, I mean, pre-market. It's and I'm using the 1 minute. I mean, I'm not even using like a different time frame. So yeah, this is, I think this just requires a bit of practice. But you will get them, Massive. You will get them. Rafa, you took the same trade, 959 candle right here. Okay, the break of previous day low. Well, that was also good, right? Like it's not the break retest. It's not the break retest boom. But it's a good breakout, right? It's a good breakout. I mean, when you see this 959 candle actually didn't have any reaction on this previous day low, that was a very good trade. That was a very, very good trade. Toth, go Astros. My awesome clothing style. Todd, come on. I mean, first, welcome back to the community. I just noticed that you started sharing again on the community. Thank you for coming back. We really miss you. I mean, your contributions to the community were really interesting. Welcome back. And second, this is not Astros. This is not Astros. I do like Astros. I'm not a big fan of baseball. Actually, I have my Yankees cap right here. Well, yeah. Nice to have you back, Todd. Ready relief, you took 1003, this one here. That's another breakout. That's another breakout of the pre-market low right here. That was a good one. That was a good one too. Yeah. So guys, I'm not against breakout trades, especially in days like today when the weakness or the strength on different days, but today when weakness is so obvious, so evident, right? It's I, just listen to this. You need to figure out your risk management plan, right? I mean, just just don't jump into breakout trades. That was the, that was the previous me, right? That was the previous me. I really liked breakout trades, but that was my problem, right? Like that I never had like a solid risk management plan, a solid invalidation level, an actual stop loss strategy. So if you do, that's great. If you do, that's great. All right. Dian, when I analyze my trades from January, all of my losing trades were shorting above previous day high. And this month, I don't have a loser trade, just to mention how important is journaling the trades. Yes, sir. Good observation there, Dian. Yeah, and actually these kind of realizations are really good, right? This is something that I always say when you are trying the break retest boom above previous day high, watch out, right? Because my preferred bullish setup is the break and retest of the previous day high. So I need an actual break of previous day high, to enter with conviction on a trade like that. All right. Rahul, you use Weeble. Weeble is different. Why? What's that? I don't know. But I know what you're saying, Raul. Sometimes, for some reason, the candles on Webull and TradingView are not perfectly matched. But I mean, it's only a few cents. But sometimes, I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, especially when you see like a huge candle wick on the pre-market, you don't know if what is the actual pre-market high or low. So you are like hesitating when trying to identify different key levels. Can you explain how to spot those shaded areas? Um, well, it's just like pivots on the pre-market or the previous day. These shaded areas on the 1 minute are like just areas of interest on the pre-market, and that's why I don't share them on my pre-market plan, because sometimes they have not developed to the point of being an interest point, right? So that's why I don't have them right there. Vanessa, what's the difference between your blue and white line? Okay, that's a good question. The blue lines are previous highs and lower lows and lower highs and higher highs on the daily chart, and the white lines are my key levels on the 15-minute chart. So it's just like a blend of lines. Blue lines are daily chart key levels, and white lines are 15-minute chart key levels. Dave, Neto, I used yesterday's low as the break and retest to the upside. I did get a 1-2 reward. Was that just luck? Like here? 934? Yeah. In my opinion, it was kind of a bit of luck. Because everything was showing like weakness. So yeah, I mean, you were just lucky in my opinion. Sorry. Rafa, Yankee fan, yes. I'm not a New Yorker, but I live in New York like in my previous life. Before I got married, and then when I got married, before I got married, I live in New York area. Not for so long, less than 2 years. I used to live in Soho, and then I moved to New Jersey, to Bergenfield. I really miss New York. That used to be my favorite place on the world until I got to know Milan in Italy. So now New York is my second favorite place. When I turned 40, I actually took on a trip to my family to New York to, kind of my birthday trip. That's how I like New York. Dave, I'm a fan of any game that has $1 dog day. Bro, Costco. You don't need, you don't need game day. Costco, it's always $1.50 and you can get the hot dog and fountain drink. All right. Okay, guys. So I have a meeting in 10 minutes. So I'm going to just scroll a little bit faster. IWM, very similar to SPY and QQQ. It was this break and retest of this 259.57 key level on the 15-minute chart. As you can see here, it was support turned into resistance and then the drop. And this drop was following the actual break of the 5-minute opening range low on SPY and QQQ. So this IWM was just following market structure of the other indices. What happened with AMD? I received a question from a trader, and he had something like this. And he was asking me like, Neto, this is like a and I think I think his target was the edge of the daily gap. This is a break and retest of the previous day low. It is. I mean, for me, it is. And you have a lot of confluences. Markets melting. I mean, SPY, QQQ, IWM, all of them, they were dropping. So after this rejection of high of the day, 203 key level, and after, like crossing previous day close with, like a knife in butter, breaking the 200 strike number, whole number, round number for like this break of 200 was, like the catalyst for this selling, right? So if you get AMD on this break and retest of 199 or previous day low, that was a good trade. Then this break and retest of the pre-market low of the day, and then again this break and retest, and this actually can be here or here and here, right? This is the break and retest of low of the day all the way to 191. So different opportunities on AMD. Who took that? West Villaher. West Sider. New York is great. Yeah, it's great. All right. Amazon, well, nothing too interesting on Amazon. For being honest, after this drop on the pre-market, look at this. All the way from 234 and it opened 225. $9 drop on the pre-market. I wasn't expecting too much. Maybe this break retest of the 1-minute opening range low to 2050, that was a baby trade, but anyways, I mean, that was something. This is the break and retest. Look at this, the shaded areas. Can you see how this pivot was used on the pre-market to bounce, or to actually try to bounce here? It was 173 something. Yeah, 173.50 something. So when you break this, you are making a new low of the day. You broke this, come back, retest, reject this pivot here. Well, this is conviction for me to take, to go lower. And this actually went lower, broke previous day low, broke this 171.82 key level on the daily chart, and went all the way to almost 171. All right. That was a trade for Nvidia. I need Nvidia in 200. Please buy Nvidia. What about this? What about this? Okay, Tesla. Look at this. This is support turn into resistance. This area here on the pre-market. Can you see here, guys? I mean, this is purely visual, right? I'm not analyzing the price. I'm not analyzing the company. This is purely visual. This is just this is just technical analysis, right? And so once it broke to the downside, look at this. This was a break, displacement, retest of this 1 minute opening range low, and it was below the opening price. Markets were dropping, so all the confluences here. So I will take this trade here. I paid for clarity. I will take this candle here breaking the pre-market low. What is this? 394.50. Look at this, all the way to 388. All the way to 388. That was an amazing trade. Anyone took Tesla today? No. Thank you, Acid. Yes, guys, like and subscribe, please. We need more subscribers. We need to get to 1,500 subscribers by the end of February. Do you think we can do it? Let's try. All right. So, guys, that was all for today. I'm leaving you with this my trade. Only, quote unquote, only 117% after a $5 drop on SPY. Well, let's see what happened. Let's see what happened tomorrow. I don't know, like if we stay below 180, I'm sorry, 682, 683, I really think we are going lower. We are heading lower. So, guys, remember 9 a.m. Eastern time, I share my charts, I share my trading plan, and lately it has been very accurate. So you can take my plans, compare to yours, refine whatever you think fits your trading style, your edge, and make it yours. All right. So guys, don't forget, like the video, subscribe to the channel, visit my website, tradingperformancecoach.com. If you are interested on any of the programs, we have a coaching program and we have a mentoring program. Both are great. I really recommend you to at least ask for them. And that's it, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.